So hello everyone, my name is Manuel Narcia and I'm here representing Pisharodi Electronics. We're excited to show you the cap we're developing for managing pain. More specifically, headaches. Okay, so let's say you're at work or you're at school and you have this you're working at your school and you have this massive headache that you can't wait to get rid of. So what do? You usually reach out to your purse, your bag, and you take some over-the-counter medication. So headaches like hypertension can affect up to 15% of the population. Tensions can affect 80% of the population, and migraines about 15%. So let's say you take this over-the-counter medication, and after a few hours, you're fine. Okay. So let's say this happens maybe 4 or 5 times a year, and over-the-counter medication seems to be working for you. Okay. So unfortunately, people with chronic pain is the complete opposite. People with chronic pain suffer 15 days in a month and can't simply resort to over-the-counter medication. They have to seek more invasive alternatives for solving their pain, like surgeries or injections around the head. So statistics show that unfortunately women are 3 times more susceptible on getting headaches like these. So, and you can see it's because of that is more costly for women. So, treatments for migraines can cost $17 billion in the United States, and cost per person are an average of $8,500 for chronic migraine, and $2,000 for acute migraine. So, even so, let's say over-the-counter does work for you, you're opening yourself to side effects, long-term and short-term side effects. So patients that take medication are 10 to 15% more likely to have some type of side effect, and that would increase to 70% for stronger medication. People are really tired of having to resort to invasive, risky, painful procedures for solving their headaches. Why do they do that? Because there's no other alternatives out there yet until now. This is our solution, non-invasive vibration cap, or short for VCAP. This is what our device looks like. And inside this cap, there's multiple vibration motors. It has a very thin USB cord that comes out through the back and can connect to either a power adapter or a battery bank. Again, this is very light, very flexible cap. You can take it anywhere, pretty much weighs as much as an average phone. So this cap also uses Bluetooth, and that gives patients easy access to its features with our custom-made app that is already available in the Apple and Android store. This app gives patients easy access to intermittent stimulation on any targeted affected location. What kind of stimulation? That's not supposed to be there. But what kind of stimulation? A wave pattern type of stimulation. So basically, we are showing you the top view of the cap, and you can see the large area that it can stimulate. And combining this large area with intermittent stimulation, you can have so that's what it's supposed to look like. Okay. So you can overcome what our competition won't be able to overcome yet, is to avoid tolerance and overstimulation. And neat thing about our hat is that we have full control over the wave pattern. We can vary the intensity, we can vary the frequency, and the type of wave pattern. our competition. So right now our only competition is the TENS unit, which stands for transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulation. So basically how it works, this device produces electric pulses from one side of the pad to the other, so limiting itself to stimulating a small area. And because you can't really move to other areas to stimulate, that continuous stimulation is what makes you build that tolerance. And again, like I said, our cap overcomes that. And by merging the intermittent wave pattern with the large area. Another benefit that our cap has is that we target A beta fibers. A beta fibers tend to be thicker than A delta fibers. The TENS unit targets A delta fibers. And because the A beta fiber is thicker, this means that the traveling of information to the brain is 4 to 10 times faster than the TENS unit, making it more effective on treating pain, in this case, headaches. So direct-to-consumer online market. So total addressable market is $79 billion. Serviceable addressable market is $17 billion, more focused on migraines, and with the goal of obtaining hopefully 1% of the market the next 4 years. Financials. So this is just an estimate. We hope to be profitable by 2028. We're still working on the numbers, but we believe we can achieve a revenue of $700,000 by 2028. Next steps. So we do have a working prototype. It's just not 100% done because we still need some fine-tuning, some R&D. With this grant, we will be able to produce more of these devices for testing. We will also be seeking some SBIR funding, and thanks to this program, we are able to do so because we were introduced to some mentors that have a lot of experience in doing so. And so because of that, we should be able to obtain a grant by 2024. So by producing these caps, we will be able to fine-tune our product. So the goal is to better stimulate the A beta fibers by using what we have as a benefit, which is being able to vary the intensity and frequency of the cap. And our goal is to enter the manufacturing stage by 2025 and to obtain around $75,000 by the end of 2025. This is our team. I'm Manuel Narcia. I'm the electrical engineer. Parameshwaran Amputri is the mechanical engineer. And Rosalie Fernandez is the secretary who's in charge of the day-to-day basis. And our founder of the company, Pisharodi Electronics, is Manuel Pisharodi. He is a neurosurgeon. He has been practicing in Brownsville for 35 years, and he's also an inventor. So we were able to make this cap thanks to this team. Okay, so our main goal here is to be able to provide people with a non-invasive method of treating migraines or chronic migraines without the risk of expensive procedures and invasive procedures. So that's it for this presentation, and I open to questions. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Manuel, for your presentation. Couple of questions, just quick ones. Are you a co-founder of this company?
I am not. I am the lead engineer.
Okay. Engineer, yeah. And then what made you decide to join this venture? Like, what was your personal interest and drive?
So a lot of people are struggling with these types of headaches, and there's really no other alternative than to go to these invasive procedures, and people are kind of tired of it, and we want to be able to help patients to improving their quality of life.
Thank you.
I guess I'll go next. My question is more on the application or the use of the product. As far as treatment, so is this a product that you need to wear to get the benefit or the relief of the migraine? So if my migraine is a 3-4 hour long migraine, do I need to wear the cap for 4 hours? Or does like a 15-minute treatment give me relief for 5 to 6 hours? So I'm kind of almost comparing it to like popping an Advil or Tylenol, right? I get 8 hours of relief. So how does this compare to that? So
because this is a non-invasive cap, you can wear it as long as you want. There is no really time limit. As long as you have pain, you can use it. I know because if you take Advil or those medications, you tend to build tolerance. So you can't do that with this cap. And of course, that wave pattern that we produce allows us to overcome that tolerance and overstimulation.
So you use it as long as
there's no risks. As long as you need.
Okay.
That was kind of my question. Great question. I want to know how long are you supposed to use it? Is this like a before bed type of thing? But it might be a little early, but do you have an expected retail cost? If I wanted to buy this product, am I spending $300, $150? What am I looking at? And what do you anticipate your cost to produce this product?
Yes, so our current competition varies from $400 to $500. Our retail cost, our retail price for selling this item would be $240, and it costs us $120 to make.
Okay.
You mentioned the founder was an inventor. Does the company own the intellectual property, or are you licensing it from somebody?
The founder owns the intellectual property.
And in terms of using this, I realize it's not invasive, but is there a need, especially in the migraine scenario, to consult with the physician, or are you about to make a problem worse?
No. This is completely. You can get this over the counter. There's nothing invasive. There's nothing invasive about this cap. Of course, if you have like some type of surgery that you would have to be very careful with, and I would, of course, suggest you talking to your...
So there's not a concern about overuse?
No, there's no concern
or misuse of it? Okay.
Do you feel that folks that have severe migraines or that have continual migraines, do you feel it's going to be a barrier to be at your workplace wearing the helmet for 6 hours if you're continually having migraines? Because from what I'm understanding, you have to wear it to get relief, unlike a Tylenol where you pop it, slow release, what have you. Have you thought of some barriers for that where people are going to be continually wearing this hat in public places, at the workplace, what have you?
It is a really light hat, so I don't see why that could be an issue, but like, for example, like you mentioned Tylenol, for people with chronic migraine, that won't simply work. You would have to consistently be taking medication over and over and over again. But I don't think there's any issue with that, I'd say. At least that's what I think.
Okay.
All right, we are at time, so thank you very much, Manuel.